Hey guys, Mike here. Quick video on what we're going to be watching for possible day trades tomorrow. Starting off with the daily on the SPY, we had a gap up, little run, and then ended up closing pretty close to where we closed yesterday. So looks a little toppy, right? But you never know. The SPY's been really strong, so anything can happen. Couple shout outs, and then I'm going to get to the list. CVNA, well, I guess his first shout out is to me. I called this through 53 second time. It broke 53 earlier, kind of a second mouse play, risking about $1, and it went to 57.31, so that was a neat little early trade. TOP, I think Wayne and others called this through 18, and it went pretty quickly to 20. Came back down a bit, but never even, I don't think, hit, well, maybe it did, might have hit 18 again, but ended up going up to, I think, over 22. All right, I had to make sure I didn't have after hours on there. And another call by Wayne, GETY, through 28, and it absolutely ripped at the end of the day. Anyway, that's a few highlights. I got somewhere I got to be, so I'm going to go right into the watch list for tomorrow. TGL has only been trading for one day, but it was so darn strong, we're going to watch it again tomorrow. All right, AMC had the short squeeze, then the gap up, and the topping tail, which took a little pressure off the short squeeze, and it looked like it was rolling over. But guess what? Turning right back up. So interesting to watch tomorrow. It's still kind of far above the moving averages, which makes me like it a little bit less. All right, but let's see what we got here. So today it topped out at 26.08. So for me, back through 26 tomorrow would probably be interesting. But, you know, I can't really say that because it could open at 22 tomorrow, in which case 26 means nothing. So it kind of assumes a flat open. PETZ is kind of a sleeper pick. Let me zoom in. It's had these spikes lately here, and a complete reversal, and it's curling back up again. It feels like it wants to go, but who knows? Doesn't cost me anything to have it on a chart. Fubo continues to break out, so I think maybe we get some short covering. If we can get an intraday setup, that would be kind of cool. GETY, I already talked about. Wayne's calling that today. Had this big pop back here, and it's curling back up nicely, so let's keep our eyes on it. AERC had this big rip 3 sessions ago, and then now it's down, kind of curling back down. I'm just going to put it on bounce watch. I don't love this, though, because a lot of bag holders in it from back here, right? So I'm just really considering the last 3 days. He had the pop, kind of a reversal, another down day. It's going to have to catch a bid and give an A+ setup, or I won't take it because I don't love the daily. HLBZ, kind of the same thing. Strong, but now 3 red days in a row, putting it on bounce watch. My favorite thing to see on a bounce play, as most of you know, but in case you don't, would be an afternoon break out of a range. Always more powerful when they happen in the afternoon. NVTA is kind of weird because you had this crazy move yesterday from 240 to 9. But then today it gaps down. You've got an inside day, on lower volume. So I am looking for a third day play. But when you consider now everybody over 451, which is pretty much everybody from today and probably most of the people from yesterday, I'm talking about longs, they're all underwater. So we're gonna have to catch an A+ setup for that to turn back up tomorrow. But I do like a third day play. I just wish it had closed a little stronger because there's a lot of bag holders in it. But you never know, right? I'm gonna keep it on a chart. MEGL is one of the weirdest charts I've ever seen. It's been trading for 5 days. Put in a very narrow range today. And I'm gonna say this, I don't really trust it. But this is another one that I'd be looking for, a breakout of a quiet range, preferably in the afternoon. It kind of looked like it was going to do it here. Of course, this was sort of during lunch, but the early high was 11.96. I liked it over 12, and it never did it. And you could argue the same thing yesterday. Had a big pop, then a sell-off. People started getting excited. It was going to break the high of day. I was watching it over 14 here, and it just never happened. So I don't trust it very much. I don't know if I've ever seen a chart like this, but I've seen things fall really far, really fast, and then put into narrow days, and you keep watching it, and you never get a setup. It just keeps grinding lower. I'm not saying I know that that's going to happen, but again, I don't really trust it, but I am going to put it on a chart. We'll see if we get a setup in it. VERU had a nice pop today, closing well off its highs, though. And then lastly, TOP. Nice pop, 2 days back. I should have had this on bounce watch today. Well, it just ripped out of the gate anyway. It looks like it halted. These halts, by the way, don't even get me started. I freaking hate these intraday halts so much. I always say, if I ever find the person that invented the volatility halt, I'm kicking him or her in the nuts if I ever meet them. It's the dumbest rule ever. Anyway, having said that, TOP is an interesting chart. It had a nice squeeze back here, and it's starting to, kind of squeeze again. It's a thinner stock, so be careful if you trade it. And I'm sure we'll find gappers to add to this list in the pre-market as well. Hopefully we will. And, we'll watch for news plays as the day unfolds. In addition to that, and I'm done, but I got to run. See you guys tomorrow.